Hey guys, how's it going? Here to bring you guys Turtle Talk number 32, and this one is embracing competition. So, embracing competition. You want to make sure you're always embracing competition and learning to be a competitor, okay? Because at the end of the day, competitors are going to be the most successful people in this sport and I think in life because you're willing to go to battle and you embrace competition. You don't shy away from it, you don't run from it, you don't dread it. And so you attack it with a much more positive outlook and you're going to have more positive results. So, embracing competition, that applies to practice, that applies to your tournament selection, that applies to the matches you wrestle, that applies to all kinds of things. So when you're embracing competition in practice, that means that you're seeking out the tougher partners. You're not like, okay, I want to get the easiest partner so that I can have the easiest day in practice. No, you want the toughest partner so that you can have the toughest day in practice so that you can get better. Now there is a balance, right? You don't have to go with the toughest person in the room every single day. I mean, it's nice, but you also want to go with some of those middle of the road people sometimes, and even people worse than you sometimes, so you can help be a leader and teacher as well, and you'll gain other benefits from that too. But overall, seeking out competition, that also applies to like in the practice sprints and things like that. Be a competitor. We're going to run 20 sprints and I want to win every single sprint. Even if I win 19 of the sprints and I lose 20, I'm mad. I'm upset because I lost that last sprint. So that's being a competitor. That's what being willing to compete, willing to go there. Okay. So talking about competition, talking about tournament selection especially. Guys, I see this all the time. Youth all the way through high school wanting to kind of chase medals and be successful now rather than seeking out competition. On the youth stage, it applies to like realistically that open and novice thing, wanting to stay in novice for so long and build these medals up rather than going to open and embracing competition. And it also applies, like if you're in Little League, you shouldn't be having undefeated seasons. Right? If I'm having undefeated seasons, especially back to back, I need to be going out, getting out of the state, okay, traveling, going to seeking out the toughest competition. In Oklahoma, we're pretty blessed here because we have stuff like Tulsa Nationals, JOC, and all that stuff here, which is really high level competition. But even for us, it's important, and I think it hurts our kids sometimes, is they just stay in state and only wrestle those events rather than getting out of state and going and seeking out even tougher tournaments, because there are even tougher tournaments and tougher events. And I'm not knocking JOC or Tulsa Nationals or local stuff, but there are other events that you can go seek out and also challenge yourself in other ways, like getting in other styles, freestyle, Greco, things like that. Another way that you embrace competition is to make sure that you kind of have to reframe the whole nervousness idea. Okay? And what I mean by that is don't think of nervousness as a negative thing. A good example of this is in 300, the movie 300, where they say it wasn't nervousness that gripped him, it was just a heightened sense of things. So they reframed that nervous feeling because you're gonna get it. You get it before battle. That's what it's for. It's your adrenaline starting to go. It's your body letting you know that it's ready to go. Okay, if you're not feeling nervous before matches, something's wrong. And so that nervousness is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So kind of reframe that for yourself. Another way to think of it, actually I told a kid this one time, and I guess I just ran into him a couple weeks ago, and he told me that this is one of the things he remembers. One of the first things I told him is that it's okay to have butterflies in your stomach as long as they're flying in formation. Okay, so what that means is it's okay to have that nervous energy and things like that, but you have to manage it. You have to control it. You can't let it overwhelm you and get lost in it. Okay, and then just like anything else, practice is going to help you. The more you do it, the more competitions you go to, the more big tournaments you wrestle in, the more comfortable you'll be doing those kind of things. Okay, so make sure that you are embracing competition and not shying away from it. Don't medal chase and stay where you can always win. You got to get outside yourself and learn to actually be a competitor and love to compete, because those are the people that are going to be the most successful in this sport, because it's going to come down to whenever you're winning national titles and state titles and things like this, those aren't going to be like little cakewalk matches. Those are going to be really tough matches. And so you're going to have to compete and you're going to have to love competing, because if you don't love competing, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So anyway, Turtle Talk number 32. I really appreciate M-Stamp Media for setting these up, and we'll be back next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and check us out. Thank you.